Hello, folks, and happy Halloween. Today, I wanted to take a look at the theme song from the Addams Family. I was attending a Zoom jam based out of Portland, Oregon last night, and someone brought this song and played it, and it sounded really, really cool and looked really, really fun to play. So I thought, why not share it with you? So that's just what we're going to do. We'll start off by looking at the chords and lyrics and just kind of get a general sense of how to strum along with it, and then we'll dig into the tablature, which has all the stuff. It's gonna be fun, so let's go.
Ross, don't forget to add effects to the green screen.
I won't. All right, most likely you're familiar with this song. If not, I've included a link to listen to the original on YouTube in the email. Let's just take a look at what we've got if we just want to strum and sing the song. So I've arranged this in the key of F. That means the chords that we're using are the F chord, G minor, and C7. And then we return back to F. So for this song, I'm kind of digging like a staccato quarter note strum for these chords. So not letting the chords ring out too much, just kind of muting them quickly after I play them. I can accomplish that with by muting with my left hand fingers on the fretboard. I can also use my right hand palm to stop those strings from vibrating. Obviously, all of this is a little bit easier if we are not using open strings. Then I can use shapes like this. And all that I have to do to mute is just relax my fingers. So I'm pushing down to produce the notes, and I relax my fingers, and I get nothing. So it gives me a lot of control over that kind of staccato feel. I'm not going to be too particular about that right now.
My illusion.
I'm not going to worry about being too strict right now about the muting my strings or anything like that, but that's kind of the feel that I'm going for. So doing like that kind of vibe. So going from F 2 times to G minor 2 times to C7 2 times and back to F 2 times. And we're just going to basically cycle through that to play the song. So it'll go something like this. They're creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky. They're all together ooky, the Addams Family. Their house is a museum. When people come to see them, they really are a scream, the Addams Family. And then the last verse there is, so put a witch's shawl on, a broomstick you can crawl on. We're gonna pay a call on the Addams Family. Those 3 words in between the verses, the neat, sweet, petite, those are all happening on the second snap when we do neat, sweet, petite. So just shifting between F, G minor, and C7 and kind of cycling through that is the best way to prepare yourself for this song. There's really not a whole lot going on. Take it as slow as you need to kind of get your fingers under those chords and kind of get the feel for the song, and you're pretty much good to go there. So what about the rest of it? All right, so let's take a look at what we're playing for the tablature. So that's that main part that we're looking for, right? So if you're looking at the sheet music, you're seeing your 4 strings, your G, C, E, A, and I'm playing with a low G in this particular instance. So that main bit of the song is just happening on the C string and the E string. So I'm starting off by playing my open C, 2nd fret of the C, open E, and 1st fret of the E. The next part, I am starting on the 2nd fret of my C string, 2nd fret, followed by open E, 2nd fret of the E, 2nd fret of the E, 3rd fret of the E. So again, that's 2nd fret of the C, open E, 2nd fret of the E, 3rd fret of the E. So we start off. And then we repeat that second part again. One more time. And we return to the first part. Now the rests you see on the page are going to be the places where the snaps occur. So in slow-mo, this is what it'll be. A couple things that you can try when you're working on the tab here is using what's called a hammer-on. So what I'm doing is I'm playing my open C string for the first part here. I'm playing my open C string, and I'm using my middle finger to hammer on to the 2nd fret. So I'm just slamming my finger down onto that note, and it's producing the new note. I don't have to strike the C string again with my right hand or my strumming hand. All I have to do is hammer onto that note. Now, that is easier said than done because it does take a lot of practice to accurately hit that fret and get the string, nice and clean, so you get a clean note. First couple times, if you haven't tried this technique before, you might get a little bit of, that sort of thing. A disappearing note, maybe like you can barely hear the note. That's totally normal. It takes practice. Accuracy coming down on that string with enough force and holding that string down once you've hit it so that it produces the desired note. So I would recommend spending some time practicing just that open to 2nd fret of the C string, just to give you some practice there. Develop that technique. But I could apply it to the 1st fret of the E string as well. You'll hear when I'm playing it, sometimes I'm plucking it and sometimes I'm doing a hammer-on. Where this isn't a song that I've played a lot, I am just kind of winging it and seeing what feels right. The more time I spend with a particular song, the more techniques I kind of lock down. Like, all right, I always do this here, or I always do that there. With a newer song, I'm just kind of trying some stuff out, and feel free to do the same. Just see what feels right, see what sounds right to you. If you're using a pick, maybe that's going to change the way that you play things. Then if you were plucking with your fingers. I do a little bit of the hammer-ons on the next part of that little instrumental bit. Sometimes I'll hammer on to the 2nd fret of the E string and the 3rd fret of the E string. So I only play that E string once, and then I hammer on to the 2nd fret, and then I hammer on again to the 3rd fret. Now again, those notes are going to be harder to get because you're relying completely on those hammers to be strong enough so that the note rings out. If you're not as comfortable doing that, getting a good right hand technique, plucking technique, is going to be really important to hit all of those notes. So we're just seeing the right hand here. So I am playing that second part, the like that, and notice how I'm walking my fingers. I'm using my index finger for that first stroke on the C string, second fret of the C string is supposed to be. And then I'm walking my middle finger, and pointer finger again, and middle finger. So see how I'm walking with my index and middle finger across those strings. That's going to save me a little bit of time because I'm not going to have to use the same finger and do that plucking motion every time with the same finger. My finger just has to keep resetting that way. But if I'm using alternating fingers, that's going to speed up the process a little bit. Now, if I was using a pick, that could change things up as well. Same idea that I'm using here with the pick as alternates, using alternating fingers. Here I am using what's called alternate picking, where I am, for each note, I am alternating downstroke or upstroke. So that's happening regardless of which string I'm playing. I'm going to have to cross my string here. Now there's also the option to follow through. So I do a downstroke on that C string. I could follow through and do another downstroke to that E, upstroke on the second fret, and downstroke on the third fret. Coming from guitar, this is a very comfortable way for me to play this section. You can see that you can get some nice, bright, clear, precise notes using the pick. Of course, I've also got some fingernails now that I can be doing the same technique with, just with my fingernails. It's kind of like having a pick just attached to my hand at all times. Now, that's the main bit that I want you to take away from this. So the rest of the tab on the page is just the melody written out for the ukulele. So you've got the so forth and so on as the song goes. The reason that I'm currently playing this with the low G is to play the vocal melody on the uke. If I need this lower B flat note here, which my low G can accommodate, this B flat note on the third fret of the G. If I was playing on my high G, on my reentrant ukulele, then that B flat would sound like that. And that just kind of mixes up the quality of the melody a little bit. It's not a big deal. If you want to play it on a high G, it's going to sound okay. It's just going to sound a little bit weird for those notes that you're playing on the G string, but otherwise you can go for it. But it's mainly that intro with the snaps part that I really wanted you to kind of check out and dig into. Let's do that again. So I hope you enjoy playing this song. Let me know if you have any questions on how to pluck those strings or strum those chords, whatever the case may be. If there's another song that you happen to be stuck on, drop me a line at tinyvillagemusic@gmail.com and I can help you out. Have a happy Halloween. Try not to eat too many sweets. I'm not able to make any promises, but I will do my best. Stay safe, and I will talk to you all next week. Take care.